doing well. It's another lovely day here in Doncaster. Now the first port of call today is to get those lights onto the wall. And I realised last night that I don't have any of the fixings to do that. So I've got to nip to B&Q now and get some of that stuff. It would also be pretty helpful if I got a way to plug it in, so I'm probably going to have to get a couple of power adapters for it as well. Well, that was good. Pretty straightforward, got everything I needed. So let's go home and put some lights on the wall. Hiya, could I get a medium cappuccino?
Medium cap, yeah.
And a decaf soy gingerbread latte, please.
Decaf soya gingerbread latte. Anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Lovely, drive down, please.
Cheers. I couldn't resist. So to get these lights on the wall, I've actually had to take down a painting that has been on my wall for quite a few years. And I mentioned in a Q&A before that quite a lot of the art in this house was actually painted by members of my family. And one of those people was my granddad Brian, my mum's dad. Now, he sadly passed away in 1998, just a week after Lizzie was born, but he was a fantastic artist. And I've got a couple of pieces of artwork of his up in this studio. The first one is this. Now this is a painting of the Last Supper that he did, and believe it or not, this was actually a test painting. He was basically testing the painting because he then painted this onto a church wall as a mural. So when you walked into the church, it looked like the scene was happening at the other end of it. Now unfortunately that church, which was on the other side of Doncaster, is gone now, and so is the mural, but we got to keep this, which was his way of trying out the actual picture before he went and did it on the church wall. But I think it's absolutely incredible. The light in the painting is just amazing. Now this is worth a look as well, because on the opposite wall I've actually got a certificate that he was given when he was at school for the best work in arts and crafts. You can see he was given this in 1944, a year before the Second World War ended. And I've kept this because it tells a story of his creativity throughout his life. He was clearly really passionate about arts as a kid, and he worked very, very hard all the way through his life, and he just got better and better at what he did. But not only is this painting of the Last Supper an heirloom in the family, and at the moment we actually rotate who gets what of his paintings. So there's a painting of King Henry VIII, there's also a painting of the church in Sprotborough that he did, and we tend to swap them around the family, so we've all got one at any particular point. But I like to have this up on the wall in the studio because, you know, it reminds me where I came from, but it also reminds me to work hard all the time, you know, get better at what I do, because that's what my granddad did. He started with the determination and the perseverance as a child, and he pushed through and he worked at his art all the time. So I ask you that question as well, viewers. Is there anyone in your family who's influenced your work? I know that I only have to look up to the left of my desk to see something that my own grandfather created. Is there anything that you keep close to your heart that inspires you on a daily basis, that's from someone in your own family? As a side note, you would not believe how difficult it was to get film of that painting because of the glass and the reflection on the front of it. I've had to put it into the airing cupboard and hold a towel to stop it reflecting, so hopefully it'll give you a good idea of what the actual painting looks like. Very, very hard to convey without taking it out of the frame, which obviously I can't do. But hopefully you can see how beautiful the painting is. Now I can't stop laughing because I've really, really overcooked the roast on the amount of lighting in this room. As Peter Kay would say, it's like Blackpool illuminations in here. And I mean, like, I've got that light on. I've got my extra lights as well. Put it this way, I'm never ever gonna have an issue lighting anything in this room ever again. So we got these ones that I installed yesterday, and then above we have these absolutely amazing vanity lights. And yeah, I'll be honest, the problem has been well and truly solved. Although technically, if you're watching this from the International Space Station, you can now see where my house is. So we're having some maintenance work done on the house at the moment, which means we've got this scaffolding up. But in a more pressing turn of events, we've run out of milk, so I better go out and get some. There's no use in me hanging around here. Now how about that for a